In this video, I will teach you how to set up a program in Scratch where students will be asked for the amount of their bill. Then they will get to choose which dollar bills and coins they will use to pay their total amount. This program can be used in the math classroom as students are practicing with values of money, as well as it creates a 21st century relevant lesson as you use code in the math classroom. My name is Ashley Tavis. I'm one of the founders of CS in Math, a site created to help educators implement code into their math classroom to help students better understand math skills. Let's get started. So you'll see on my screen right now I have uploaded a variety of sprites. Sprites are just different characters per se used in Scratch that will allow a program to run. So you'll see here there's 4 things we can do to create a sprite. The first thing is we can upload from the library in Scratch. And there's many different ones in there. You can paint or create a sprite. I've created this arrow and these words above. So you'll see these are coded as different sprites. You can upload from online, which is what I did with a lot of these dollar bills. For example, I'm missing a penny here. So I could come in here, I could open my penny, and I'll see right away it's huge. So I can come up here and shrink this by just clicking over and over and over and over. And actually a penny, that's probably maybe a little big, a little one smaller. There we go. And there's my penny, so I can upload that way. And we'll see it shows up below. And finally, you can also take a picture of something for a sprite here. So the very first thing we will do for our program is create some variables here as we get started. The first being the bill. So we'll come in here, you'll notice all of these different tabs have different blocks. We want to be here under data, make a variable. So the first thing we're going to create is the bill amount, and we'll hit OK. The other variable we'll need is the current value. So you'll see on the left-hand side, both of these things appear. If I uncheck these boxes next to them, they disappear. I chose for the setup of my program to have both of these appear. My bill value will be at the top here, and see I can double click this to change its format. I'm going to leave it here. And the current value I'm going to move down here. So it will total my value that I've used for my money here in my program. And I'm going to use this format as well. So to start, this code right here that I'm about to do can really go under any sprite. I'm going to choose it to go under this one. Again, it doesn't matter which one we choose. So the first thing I want to do as we set up our program is we'll use this green flag. When I hit the green flag, this is typically a common way to start a program in Scratch. And I want to set both of my variables to my current value we'll say is 0, and we'll say our bill is going to be a question mark because we don't know what the user is going to type in. So if I hit the green flag, notice my bill changes to a question mark, my current value is $0. The other thing we need to create for this program is a list. This is going to keep a running list of the dollars and coins that I've chosen to use as I pay my bill. So if I click make a list here, let's call this list how will you pay? We'll hit OK. Notice a big old list pops up here. I'm going to drag this right to the side here. So the other thing I want to do is as we start this program is I want to delete everything from the list. It's kind of like we're starting fresh as we run our program for the first time. So the first thing I'm going to ask is what is your bill? And notice if I ask a question in Scratch, this box appears and I could type in a value like $45, enter. And whatever they type in is stored in this answer block. Well, we have a variable for this 45. We called this variable bill. So I can set the bill here to the answer that they typed in. So notice now, if I run this now, let's say 52. Now this variable changes, your bill changes to $52. Now the rest of this program is a little bit tedious, but for the sake of the program at the end, it'll be worth it. So what I'm going to start with is we need to code every single sprite here. So for example, let's just go in order. We'll start with our $1 bill up top. So my $1 bill, when the user clicks this $1 bill, we want 2 things to happen. So first off, when this sprite is clicked, we want to first add the value of this amount to the list. So we'll come here to list and we'll say we'll add 1 to our list. We also want our current value to change by the amount typed in. So notice when I click this, I add 1 to my list and my current value is at $1. I can click this multiple times and notice now my current value is at $5. Now I'm going to clear this so we start our program over. Alright, perfect. So this is my $1 bill. I need the same exact code on my $5 bill, which is next. If I two-finger tap or right-click and hit duplicate, and I click this code onto the $5 bill, it will appear. So the only thing I need to change now that it's $5 is I need to add 5 to my list and change the current value by 5. So again, let's try this out. 1 adds a 1 for my current value. 5 would add this money to my list. So now if I add my values up, I'm at $11. Great, my next bill is 10, so let's right-click, duplicate, let's find our $10 bill. It looks like it is right here. Oop. And I'll click on there. I'll change my value to 10 and 10. I need this on my $20 bill, which I saw was a little bit higher here. So I'll drag this here. And now on my $20 bill, I need to change these values to 20. So now all of my sprites should be working. So let's try. We've got a $1 added 1, 10 added 10 to that. 5 should bring us to 16, 20 to 36. Great. Now for my coins. Let's start again with my penny here. So if I duplicate this, and I come down below, my penny is going to add 0.01 to my total, or 0.01 to my current value. Now to my nickel. My nickel will add 0.05, or 0.05. The dime will add 0.1 or 0.10. And finally, my quarter will be 25 cents. And let's run our program. All right, what is our bill? Let's say our bill was $26.78. So the user should be able to click a variety of methods to pay. Now, it doesn't always have to be the most efficient. It probably depends on what's in your wallet. But if I were paying this, I would use a $20 bill. And we can check here. I'd use a 5 and a 1, brings me to 26. Now for my coins, probably 2 quarters to bring me to 50, 2 dimes to 70, a nickel to 75, and 3 pennies to bring me up to my total of 26.78. So again, you can achieve this number by doing all ones, 26 ones, and 78 pennies if you choose, but this could be a great conversation about efficiency when paying with money. So csandmath.org is the website here where you can find this printed lesson. The value of this under this lessons tab is you can not only have a teacher guide that's step-by-step, but you can have a student guide that allows students some exploration as they're trying out this program. Best of luck.